Good morning. All right, we'll get there. Hold on. Excuse me. How you doing? We got snow falling. I got snow falling. I figured I'd see how long it took before someone come. My bill for the wait. I thought we were going on at 8. I was planning on 8. Yeah, 32 degrees and snowing though. You know, like concrete snow. Yeah, it'll get warm in here though. There's snow on the roof. We only got about a quarter of an inch so far. Anyways, good evening. Tried calling Dawn today. I think it went to voicemail. I hope she's doing all right. My buddy lost his hearing this week. Oh, well, shit happens. Snow around low around 32, northeast wind around 15 mile an hour, gust and height is 30. Chance of precipitation 100%. Total snow accumulation 3 to 5 inches possible. Snow, but it says high near 34, so that don't sound right. Another 1 to 3 inches. Saturday night, rain and snow. With a high temperature of 29 degrees, but they say it's going to rain. And possible a half an inch. No, I've been working with them, trying to read my lips and vibration. Yeah, he ain't doing too good as far as hearing. Oh. They're all going through changes, I guess. Oh, well. No, didn't do nothing the other night. No, didn't do nothing the other night. We had a guest here the other day, actually, and I turned up his favorite tune and nothing. But I'm surprised he can't get the gist by the vibration. Anyway, I don't know if it's temporary or it's permanent. We've had a lot of trouble with his ears when we moved up here. All this high humidity shit, man. His ears go get really infected, and I got medicine when he needs it. Clean him out with the stuff the doctor gave me. Oh well. All right. All right. Did you get my email? Good evening. Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's a Friday night and I ain't got no body, ain't got no money because I didn't get paid. Hey. So we'll see how it goes. Good to see you. Did you get my emails? Did they go through all right? And so I got tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday with precipitation. Oh, home on the range. You get 32 degrees and snowing, 99% humidity. What else? That's about it. Yeah, well, shit happens, man. You know what I mean? I mean, he's 88 years old, I think, in human term. I think 2011 and 12. And he said he was about 2 years older than that, so that's 12 years, ballpark. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, he quit shaking his head too. He's shaking his head quite a bit. I think just trying to get his hearing back. Good, good. As long as you got it, you know what I mean? We don't know what the hell goes on with emails nowadays half the time. I mean, I'm not overly bummed about it. I take good care of them. But God forbid if I ever had to call them. Oh, well. Dealing with somebody with Alzheimer's in the family. They didn't even know who the frig I was today. That really threw me for a loop. You triple checked the address you sent me? I don't know what you mean. Let me send it again. I'll send it again. I don't know what you mean, triple check. Now, Google wants to finish filling it in, but I click on it and it don't do nothing. And, there you go. Oh, that's really, really hard, Ralph. Yeah, it is. Been a kind of threw me for a loop. Oh, you asked the same thing. How we ended up here, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Well, couldn't have been Paris or Mexico. No, China. Oh, well. I'll be right back. I'm going to go puffy, some reefy. I don't want to puff around him. I thought he was kidding too. Believe me. Plow truck just came by, like an 1/8 of an inch of snow. Yeah, it was kind of weird day for me. Oh boy. A lot of junk in my lungs, I guess. Yeah, he didn't even hear me come in. Oh, well. We gotta be on our toes now. It's just Ralphie now. Get intruded or something. You big old handsome. Past 15 hours of breathing in chemtrail, I guess. Oh, yeah. Well, good evening. It's a happy day in the neighborhood. Well, yeah. Yeah. We're still alive. How are you doing, sis? We had some of your typical crazy shit we were watching this afternoon. I don't think things are gonna get any better. Carol played a video. Pitt done? Good. Good for you. Get that stove in your house, you'll be all set. Carol did a video, right? Nancy Pelosi people come in in this huge, elaborate table, like dining room table. They move all the chairs out of the way. They put these things the size of a menu, one after another. Probably 30 or 40 of them anyway. And it's all bills for Nancy Pelosi to sign, one after another. I was like, holy shit, look what they're doing. Just more regulations on ourselves. That's all the Senate's doing. And the Congress. Oh, anyway, happy joy, joy. We got about 1/8 of an inch of snow. It's heavy snow, very wet. But the house is going to warm up. Oh, yeah. Anybody do anything good today? I get an RT news. It's all about them Nazi pigs, war pigs, I bet. Oh, well. More money. Is a nuclear war between Russia and the U.S. possible? Who will blink first? My goodness. U.S. troops deployed near Russian border. Oh, that's good. Good job, Joe. Henry Kissinger. Kissinger outlines Ukraine peace proposal. We're going to have peace. My peach tree today. What? Prune your peach tree today. Good. Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. Good. We get you get maybe nice peaches in the spring. Hopefully. Hopefully you got enough water there. Looks like the Sierras are getting some good water. Knitting a scarf. Nice. Loom knitting. That's cool. Time consuming. Yeah. We had a malfunction of our Keef press. Keep your mind busy. Good idea. Real good idea. We got a few things done here today. Good Ralphie rig it. It'll work. Yeah. Well, I got the thing. It said the one came with that kit. You know, I wasn't impressed with that. I wanted a real one. The kit is excellent, though. Thank you again. But I ordered this. It said stainless steel. I get the thing. The barrel and the tops are made of aluminum. And so the press actually stripped. I put a bolt in it and I JB welded it. What do you call that? Ralphie rig it. I'm too lazy to go get the camera. But we'll wait to see what happens in the morning, see if that nut glues in there. If it does, we'll be in gear. Press A, baby, pressing away. We can't have no, I wouldn't call that. I think it was a pretty good job. You want to see it? And duct tape. Fix everything. But stupid. Well, yeah. You think maybe if I sniff JB Weld, it'll take the stupid out of me? All right, hold on. Judy. So this is a T handle, and this is aluminum. The rod's nice stainless steel. Well, this is aluminum. And so what I did was I glued a nut in there. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? Right there. So this is steel nut on stainless steel press. And so I might have solved the issue. Fucking stupid though. I mean, it'd be nice if it was an all stainless steel press, you know? Watch our, that'll cause ID to require to buy it. Yeah, it should be nice. I should be able to get more mileage out of it. I'm just worried about the end caps letting go because they're aluminum. Oh, well. Sniffing JB Weld. You think that'll knock the stupid out of me? Certainly, I must be doing something wrong. I know somebody gonna come and clean up the House and Senate. They may make them all sniff glue. Maybe give them some common sense. That video was pretty piss poor. I just stopped in for a minute at Carol. When it said it was a long dining room table, they put all the bills that needed her John Hancock, all the intrusive bill, the control bills, the ripping you off bills, all that shit. And she went just down the line, putting her John Hancock on it, making it law. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so what did they end up getting up in the Sierras? People ain't got nothing better to do, you know. They go run to go try to get in these positions, and all they're doing is writing laws to control the shit out of us. Terrible. I agree. I mean, there ain't nothing good coming out of this. Down in D.C. or at state level, 4 feet. Good. Good. I seen, what was it? Oroville got some rain too. Rain and some snow. A lot of water is needed in this country. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of water all the way to Pennsylvania. It's pretty dry. It was. We have to shack water. I had to go shack water, and half the time, see, snowed in, just cold. Yeah, I'm glad for this snow. Anyway, it comes. It's going to warm the house up. But this thermometer's been stuck on 32 degrees. Unbelievable. Kind of really strange for here in Maine, I think, anyway. It was 32 degrees the whole live this morning. It's 32 degrees now. Very stable temperature here. So, wonder if the price of windshield wiper blades go up enough where you can open up a shop just selling windshield wiper blades every morning, right on the money, huh? The kind of stability is just really weird. It went up to 33. But I was talking to somebody down in Rhode Island, says it's blowing down there. So maybe when the wind comes up here, it'll change. You running, old hound dog, in your sleep? He's running. He's trying to chase the good times. Oh, yeah. All right. He's all right. I think he lost his hearing. We're gonna try to teach him some new tricks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bless son and grandson for chopping my wood, but dang, too big for me to load. No kidding. We get one of them bags in, and that's all my responsibility to live. Is just getting one of them bags in that stove. That's all. When that's all done and I can't do it no more, it's all done. Done deal. Fuck calling all that firewood in. That's my attitude. This is honorable. It helps the people out in America, not Saudi Arabian. So I can't help the people up here because I burn coal. Oh well. You'll get over it. You'll survive without me. You've done really well for 9 years. Wow, good for you. Well, that's all I got to do. I got bags stored in here in case I get really, really flu or some shit. and I don't need to even go outside. I'm not too worried about that. I don't know what you're saying. Hold on. Scared me watching. What are you talking about? Oh, watching them. Each have their pros and cons, right? Yeah, swing acts. Well, we done some cool shit in my time, Paid for the stupid shit. But to be honest with you, I got a friend blew his finger off from an M80. I got all my fingers. All right, have a good supper. Have a good supper. What are you making? I've been on this kick, cabbage, onions, stir fry it, and put about 6 shrimp in it, chopped up. You don't need a lot of shrimp. I've been eating this for almost 2 weeks. I got out of the pasta realm for a little bit. Grilled cheese. I like mustard. I like mustard on mine. Some people don't, but I do. I like mustard on mine. Enjoy. Fish 2 times this week. Craving it. Yeah. Yeah, I wish we'd go down there and dig clams here. That was so disappointing. We love them clams. I listen to these guys talk about hunting, hunting, hunting. I like digging clams. That's hunting. I'm feeding myself on clams. This old stove ain't been smelling. It's taking an extremely long time to come up to temperature, but she's doing all right. This keeps snowing. Probably about 2 o'clock this morning. I'll have to get up and lower her. I'll be back. I'm gonna watch the snow. Unfortunately, I can't take you with me. That's nice. Hey, what are you doing? You going to talk to me? You're not going to talk to me? I'm over here. Yeah, I'm here. You're a good boy. I got this commercial on YouTube now. And the commercial's talking about dogs licking their paws, wanting probiotics. Muffins with dinner. Nice. Yeah, clams. Oysters. Back in the day, I used to walk the beach. Once in a while, God bless me with an oyster, a nice one. I don't take the little fucking things. I take a good sized oyster, about 5 inches long. I had a good long life. Smash it open and yum yum. I guess that's what the UFO people gonna do to us. Somebody else is in charge. It ain't human beings. No. In a clam, a soft shell clam. Oh, so you gotta break, you gotta cut them off. Uh, Lake clam. I got some around here from the Little Bighorn. Don't tell nobody. That was probably one of the only times in my life I ever violated no trespassing. Said federal government, I said I got a trespass. So I took my dog and she went swimming, not swimming, because the water was low, but on the Little Bighorn River up in Montana. And the ground was loaded with 4-inch shells, beautiful shells. My goodness. One thing I've never seen is the native people using those shells in their jewelry. And you buff them up, they're golden. They look like gold. So we violated the law. I'm here to testify. That was back in 2008, 7. So we're just coming clean. What does that mean? You can only pick 6 rose rocks a day? Huh. It looks like that's what they're doing with coal in Pennsylvania, I guess. They can only pick six rocks a day. My goodness, that was tough. I did a lot of worrying. I always knew it would come through. But just to get rocks in America to burn in my stove is just ridiculous. Yeah, well, I mean, what brilliant person went in and made that law? You know what I mean? And how did you get the rest to sign that law? Did you have to intimidate them? Hey, if you don't sign my bill, Don, your state ain't going to get no money. When's that shit going to stop? No. Well, I'm sure even if there's a 6, there's going to be some year there won't be no more. What are rose rots? You mean rose quartz? They're only from there? What? You're looking good, you old man. You're damn right. You know what I'm saying, huh? Yeah. I speak loud enough, you understand? You big mighty, big singing dog. Ain't nobody in here. What time is it? We should just go full blown music in the background. Let AI go out of their mind. Red clay. Yeah, that red clay's, well, that shit's hard to come off. I remember that in boot camp. I watched Laura Legend today wash her side by side, wash all the red dirt off it. I'm like, that's a badge of honor. She went out there for a week. Laura Farms, not Laura Legend. I haven't seen Laura Legend. What? You didn't say nothing. You're being a character, You're being a character. Give me a paw. No, we don't do the paw. Give me a paw. No, I don't do the paw. Who put up a video? You? Let's see what we got here. That was pretty good. Wedding ring stolen in Nazi Germany, and this guy went and got the ring returned to the rightful family. That was amazing. Let's see if I got a notification. Well, don't look like I got any notification. NDAA passed. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I don't see it. This lady ran for the Senate. She's an anti-jab.
Don't forget to unmute. Perfect. All right. Good evening. Hi, folks. Thanks for including me. I guess our duty is to get sick people to healthcare facilities, aka hospitals. But we are based, short history, we were a full volunteer ambulance rescue squad out of our fire station, which was started about the same time at the Hilbert by a gentleman who was a field vet in World War II. And Mr. O'Hara fired up this rescue squad and turned it into more of a rescue and healthcare ambulance service at that time.
Just
what has
when.
happened is with the jobs moving up to rural areas such as Marathon,
No.
where we are based,
I ain't got no notification at all.
and we are basically in ag rural communities.
All right, Diane.
We run.
Nope, I ain't got nothing. What's the matter, bud? It is 67 from 66. And he's huffing and puffing. A sensitive dog to temperature, huh? No, I don't have it. I don't have it. If you put something up, it just went. What? You cooled my cool. Ah.
which we've been able to maintain. We're talking like a 225 square mile area we cover. The hospitals that we transport to are on the outskirts of our territory. Actually, our closest one is 17 miles, which is one we use quite often. That's in Portland, New York. And actually, if it wasn't for Guthrie, who has there are 7 hospitals or agencies that they have at this point in time. I guess they originated out of Sarah, Pennsylvania, but and they're in Corning, Pennsylvania, and that actually saved our Portland hospital.
I don't know what they're talking about here. Something about hospitals. Ain't too interesting. But oh, the one she did the other day. Well, she got them donkeys, man. We passed a donkey. I passed a donkey in the desert. There's something about them things, man. I'm telling you. Oakland, California, Arizona. They walk around the street and you can feed them. You want to come out? Come on. Big stretching. Yeah. You freight training it. Huh? You sound like old steam locomotive. We'll be right back. Bubba's in the house. What's going on, Bubba? Bubba? I can see you from way over there, man. Don't ever lose that logo. Yeah, that's really weird because we've been noticing a hearing problem. But he goes out there and he raises hell like that. I don't know if he's hearing it or smelling it. What are you doing? We're getting snow here. 32 degrees snow. We Bubba's not speaking. Refresh, Bubba. You gotta refresh. I got 4 notifications. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's gonna warm up in here. Gonna warm up nice. Kind of difficult stuff. Real heavy though. Nothing I got a shovel for. No. Radical Ralph, Never Lose Truth, and Crocodile. That was a good video, actually. I really like that. How about you want to laugh at some DC shit? I'll play this here. The only thing she does wrong, and I am going to criticize her, is you got to paint your eyelids white. Because that woman, she paints her eyelids white. It reminds me of the Three Stooges when she blinks. There was a scene in there. Curly was on God, so he painted his eyelids white and then put a black dot in the middle. So when he was sleeping, it looked like he was awake.
I know that this has come up. I just don't have anything else new to add. I'll just back and ask to see where we are on
going through here in a bit. Looking.
I just answered your question. I said I know this
is the 23rd for
but I don't know if you changed your position.
Ohio
I have to
River.
go back to see exactly where we are on that particular
really?
question.
So you're gonna have snow to the 23rd? Is that what I'm reading?
Legislation that has stolen Congress to create a 9/11 style commission to investigate the U.S. response to the COVID pandemic. What is the White House position on this? So I think this has been asked before. I think during Jen's tenure, I don't have anything more to add or more to look into on this. I would have to go
Jen,
back to
the going round girl.
Our position has changed, but nothing new for you. What's the position? No, I'm just saying I know that this has come up. I just don't have anything else new to add or to go back and ask to see where we are on that. So whether you, but does the administration support it or? I just answered your question. I said I know this has come up in the past.
Are you all laughing?
Change our position. I have to go back to see exactly where we are on that particular question. Thank you. Does President Biden?
That's about the best comedy I could come up with. Yeah, Christmas Eve. Yeah. Well, we gotta stay. We gotta stay. You know, I mean, that's what I figured. I figured this is gonna be. Well, the other one was what, 5-6 years ago. She's on some TV show now, the Go Around Girl. We did Quickside tonight. That was pretty good. Good story. Wow. We're gonna get them, you know. That's gonna happen. We're going up on the solar cycle. Couldn't tell my radio, man. Radio's been really fudged up. You're talking to one guy, he's 10 over, and he goes to nothing. I seen that in the spring. I think they're doing it. What, you big wolfy dog? Uh-oh. We got a high flyer over us, heading south. I don't know what's going to happen with the snow. We'll have to see. I showed somebody that flight finder the other day. They never seen it. So I said, this won't be here in about 5 minutes. So anyways, we go outside and we're walking around, just hearing it rumble. I said, there he is. He left. Oh, no kidding. Wow. They moved down that far. They're a wild animal, man. They're getting pretty rare, I think, in the West anyway. They ain't doing good with this drought. Wow. I've never seen one here. I've never seen a lynx or anything. I think I heard a fisher cat once, and a couple days later, my neighbors had all the chickens wiped out. Yeah, you said that. You said you had some rumbling going on for a little bit. That's some crazy shit. If you ever experienced that. This I have a lot of them up here, supposedly. I don't think we've had many in a long time. Yeah, yeah, that's a trip. You know why that's a trip? Hold on a second. Oh, no kidding. Uh, yeah, I got it. When I first came here, right? Well, when I've been to these places all over the place. Wow, yeah. Um, that's a good sized cat. Um, I would hear this growling noise, and I never could figure it out. One time we was in an RV, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It woke me up, and This is about your earthquake and tunneling. And did you see this picture? He's singing that. A good sized cat. So I hear these things, and my partner comes out and says, what's the matter with you? I says, I just couldn't sleep. I'm sitting on a fucking picnic table in my t-shirt and underwear in the middle of the fucking desert with a good moon and enjoying myself. So she comes out, and plus I'm hearing this thing. What are you hearing? Now she thinks I'm going fucking insane. So I says to her, it's a growling noise. And I worked real hard to go that low. She says, oh yeah, I do hear it. So we went back to bed. I said, put your fingernail on the paneling. This is no bullshit. Put your fingernail on the paneling. And you could actually feel it vibrate. So I've heard that throughout, and I come up here and I've heard it quite extensively. And actually on my calendars, I marked it, right? So we're talking about underground tunneling. I says, well, why ain't that sound moving? And so this guy, ham radio guy, says, contact the audio lab at a college. So I did. And I found one, Hussein College or some shit. And I called the audio department and I says, I'm hearing this thing. I found out what it was, Tahoe Sum, the Tahoe Sum. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm reading about this. Only 2% can hear this thing. And so I wrote him, I says, my plan was, we were talking about on ham radio how to find this. It's very hard to find. It's like 90 kilohertz. It's not 60 either. Some people said, oh, you're hearing AC. No, I'm not hearing AC. Anyway. So one of the guys on radio found this thing called Tahoe Sum. I start looking into it. And it's been heard throughout the world. Elk City. So I haven't heard that. Why I brought that story up is I was just contemplating the other day on why I haven't heard this in a long, long time. But some say it was tunneling. This guy wrote me back, says you heard the vibration of the earth. I said, all right. You don't think it's tunneling? Nope, not tunneling. That's a pretty nice sized cat. Thank you, Bubba, for that, sharing that. I ain't got no more stories. You guys are going to have to fill in the rest. And Black Panthers, and Bears are moving in. I think the Bears are moving into our D.C. down there. The Bears are communists. My goodness, man, when are these people going to stop? Did you order them baseball cards, either one of you? Going to get one of them Trump cards? It's going to be fabulous. If you guys get one of these, it's going to be fabulous. So I had great discussion with some smart people about that whole deal. And I certainly don't feel alone. Sold out. You should run. Can you run an ad? Wanted in eBay? Wanted. One of them fabulous Donald Trump cards will pay 4.45 million. See if anyone comes forward wanna. Holy shit! I mean, really, for $100 you couldn't even send him a card to put on the wall, card to keep in your wallet. That'd be funny. I didn't even notice they got an 800 number. Orange Bank. No way did it sell out that fast. You think that was the whole thing was a joke? Do you think? Do you think he's that slick to pull a joke off? Because it did sell it off. What are you selling out? That's what I don't understand. Only so many of them were made. They're fucking digital. That's like Bubba sending me that picture of the lion. They ain't no different than that. Why is there a limit? Probably. It's going to show America you can make money and we can't. Hey, that must be tough on them, though. Transaction over $600, 911. One Adam 12. Token. One plug away from being zero. That's what I'm getting at. What if you lose your phone? Oh my God, I lost my Donald Trump $99 token. So this guy comes up with superhero playing cards for America. I think that's slick. If he can pull it off, he can pull it off. Good for him. Backwoods in the house. Johnny trading Trump cards in the alley with the bad kids in the school. Oh, yeah. Remember that? You traded cards, you're a bad kid. You're bad. The hell are they talking about? We used to pitch them when I was a kid, you know. You ever pitch cards? I can't believe you said that, though. Groveland said that today. I thought that was pretty funny. Oh my goodness. That would have been cool. I'm chewing Donald Trump bubblegum. Don't fuck with me, boy. Back in the house. Oh well. We're gonna get a superhero one way or the other. I got the Trump rookie card. Yeah, well, call him up. Tell him, hey, how come you didn't do a rookie card? We got We got not too much in the news. You know, Friday night I tried to wind down. GOA had some bad news. Well, we do one Jimmy door there. Quicksaw was good tonight. That was really good. Want to go watch something? Because we argued with somebody last night about attaining free fall speed on a building that's properly demolished, and not attaining free fall speed if it was other than. Oh, Dabu, multiple power grid facilities get threatened. Dabu ain't getting off this thing. Fired car. Yeah, there you go. You think it'll be tough, man? I tell you, they turned the power out this winter, man. It's gonna suck. I think it's gonna suck for a lot of people, whether they got generators or not. You know, at the campground, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. No more generator. Yeah, no kidding. Them city folk gonna be running generators all night long. It's gonna stink. You'll make worse pollution than just putting the power back. So I was trying to have a conversation with this non-believer last night, and I was told him to contact this company because this company said the building was wired. If I remember right. Are you sitting back? Kind of sad though. I could have put that thing to good use. Oh, plug it. No one else on the road. And look at that. Every world's come to an end. There's some senior asshole in the Senate that gets to drive on the roads. Not us worthless goyim. So we can call them, you know, if you want. Rechargeable station are standing by. Wonder if Tesla's going to finally put a 24-hour camera there, so people like me can say, "Look at that! I tell you, they're getting good use." They make a nice tower. Might have to trim it a little bit though. But send Bubba up there with a chainsaw. I mean, some cutting steel shit. We've got to go 120 feet. Yeah. Well, I wonder if you could put in something there to serve, you know, if it gets really crowded, people are waiting there 3 hours and shit. Go over there and sell them hot dogs. You know, like cook a steak, you know, so the wind's blowing to everybody, and then sell them the steak for $100. Boom! See what happened right there? Now, I'm not an expert at all, but you see that? Watch it again one more time. And they got it protected. Boom! That's what happened to the Morrow building right there, as I understand it. They didn't protect the explosives. And they're cutting steel here. They were cutting concrete there and steel. And concrete comes off that thing at 5,000 feet per second and cuts the other explosive connectors. They're all connected all the time. This crane, they didn't mention much about the crane, but that crane had a malfunction. You can see all the weights. Mystery meat out. Yeah, I mean, what we do is cook a real fine steak, right, and blow it over to them. And then when they come to order the steak, we give them Spam. Although that's going to be in hard demand pretty soon too. We watched what's your name last night. This was quite interesting. I don't like Spam. I've had Spam. Not a big Spam man. But Emmy did this one on a different type of Spam. And it sounded quite interesting, especially with rice. For your survival needs. Poor Stephanie out there with all that shit in the sky. That was good. They went in there and did a good big explore there. That was really good. This one here. I'll just play a little bit of it. Mystery meat out the hybrid. Well, I think it's like 3 hours. I think your car up from almost dead, I think. Yeah, I did. Very good. Very, very good. Oh, yeah. Everything. I couldn't believe that. Guam and Japan, too. I thought that was really interesting how much they eat. It's ridiculous a number.
Greetings, beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great.
We'll just watch the first part of this. Tell me if you guys ever seen this shit.
Offform is the sister company to Helix Sleep. If you've been with me, you've heard all about it.
This is your good Rhode Island gal right here.
Together, and besides the board box in the corner. So my brother and the comfort of it. And
all right, hold on.
So I can make of your choice. Big thanks to Offform for sponsoring this video and for the continued support so I can make
sizzling along. Really? Figgy pudding. I've never heard of this.
So today I'm going to be tasting a new flavor of Spam, a Spam flavor that I've never tasted before. If you've missed my previous Spam tasting videos, I'll put links down below to them. I tried several in one video. I've also cooked several things with Spam, including
the fried rice really did look good. I'm telling you. The fried rice with Spam looked really good.
Now Spam, what is Spam?
The other pink
meat. Spam got its name from a portmanteau of spiced ham. We get Spam. From my understanding, it was created during the war as a shelf-stable means of delivering meat to soldiers. It didn't require any refrigeration. It was packaged, self-contained.
It's sold out at Walmart.
As a preservative.
Did you write her? Say, hey, quit doing shows like this. You sold out at Walmart. Did you really?
Due to war in places like Japan, like Hawaii, like Guam, all different kinds of places around the world.
MRA. And that MRA shit sucked. I'm glad I wasn't in the army for that. Even as a young guy with an appetite. That shit sucks.
And it's called figgy
I miss
pudding,
my
pouring
sea
with spice,
rations.
everything nice. Figgy
They
pudding
were
is
way
a dessert
better.
that comes from the UK. It's kind of similar to a scone or a quick bread, but it is usually boiled or steamed and studded with
This shit
raisins,
loaded with so
sometimes
much salt and
spices,
fat,
often
man. I mean,
served during
what are you
holidays
doing?
or special occasions. I made a Newfoundland version called Figgy Duff in an old video. I'll include that video down below. I've also
So
made
you
drowned
already
baby,
seen this,
which I think has
and I
like,
won't
probably
continue.
the worst name of anything I've ever made, a drowned baby.
But
I did not harm any children. It
it's
was
sold
just
out
that
at
it
Walmart.
looks like a
I'll
drowned
never
baby.
forget.
I
I
digress.
always forget to get it,
Definitely check out that video.
even
for
if I
Sam.
write
We're
it
going to
down.
be tasting figgy
And I
pudding
shouldn't be eating this
flavored
shit. You know,
spam.
we're trying to eat healthy.
The spams that I've tried in
I'm
the past,
doing
salt
this
and savory,
cabbage kit.
jalapeno,
I think I'm gonna stick
chili,
with it.
I've tried garlic, I've tried lots of bacon, lots
I
of
mean,
versions of spam.
$5
Never
for a head
a
of
sweet one.
cabbage,
I'm
and I
assuming
ate
this is going to
almost
be
for a
sweet,
full
but
week.
I really don't know. So let's go ahead and find out. So here it is. Figgy pudding spam.
What do you mean you're saying?
Let's open
I'm
it up
confused.
and see
I
what
saw
the
the figgy
individual spam
spam,
looks like.
not this. What? Not what?
Here it
This is figgy pudding.
Spam. That's the can that is so iconic, and here it is. Spam. So if you've ever tried
Figgy.
spam before, you know that it is very, very salty. It can be used quite sparingly, which is really great because it can be.
And I'm telling you, them guys on radio are crazy. They're older than me, and they get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and start cooking fried bologna sandwiches. I'm sitting there just trying not to eat, you know, and snack and all that shit.
Piece of spam that has been sliced and pan fried and often glazed with a kind of sweet soy saucy sauce, and then wrapped
What do you
in
mean?
this wide belt of nori or seaweed. Absolutely delicious, fantastic, a really great lunchy snack.
Yeah, but I like it.
And we're going to try making a figgy pudding version. Okay, so I've opened enough cans of spam to know that there is a bit of a
Well,
trick.
there's shrimp. Shrimp's high in protein.
Oh, first impression, it looks a lot like normal spam.
What about
A little bit.
yeah, well, I mean, that's almost vegan.
And it smells
No, it ain't.
like spam too.
I mean, vegetarian.
Cooked. It smells like canned potted meat. Yeah, but it's got
$5 a week on the head of lettuce.
But very much like
I think the shrimps were $8.
All right.
And I think on the head of lettuce, I made it 3 meals that lasted 2 days each and put 6 shrimp in them.
What I've done is you just squeeze it. Squeeze.
Friskies.
There it is. A brick of meat.
Yeah, I mean, I learned what to do, too. After that phone call, were you here when I called Walmart about their shrimp? So what they do is they spray them shrimp when they're frozen. And they put like a 32nd of an inch of this coating on it. And it's a chemical to kill bacteria. And so you take your 6 shrimp, you put them in a bowl of water and let them sit for a half an hour. And then rinse them off. And when I bit into the little bits of shrimp that was in there, I wasn't getting no chemical taste.
Days, and you could be doing this in 2 days.
A little
Do
bit.
something today to change your mood. I'm going for
But I'm all by myself. You know, I mean, yeah, it was a good phone call. Why am I going to be worried about Gassy? I think Gassy's good, you know. I think when you walk around burping, that's when the problem is. But we're going to look for some bok choy. I'm going to change from fucking American cabbage. Ain't got no vitamin in it. It's all white. It's a release, yeah. You know, it's all white. I mean, my cabbages are green. And deep inside, they got yellow to them.
All right, let's get into this. Right, so I'm going to cut these
Oh,
into
is that what you get? I'm getting chewed out, Bub. Bubba, for
Some
fighting.
people like thicker on their musubi, but if I was using a low sodium one.
Can't trust me. Fuck.
Spam to me is very salty.
Yeah, you stay away from that macaroni there from whole wheat macaroni. I tell you the truth. Farting like a cow. I know one girl in my life, ever since she was a kid, man, that kid always farted, man. Rude farts, too. I'm telling you, stay away from that whole wheat pasta, man. That'll fuck your gut up quick as shit. Holy cow. I'm going to tell you, the first day and then the next day when I go to do my thing, it ain't very good. The second day, it ain't very good. The third day, it ain't good at all. So don't be eating that shit. Whole wheat pasta. And if you can, buy your pasta from Italy because they don't put shit in it.
Even not as salty as the low sodium version of Spam, which I really appreciate. That's my favorite.
So my suggestion was her, right? Is she keeps talking about heavy nutmeg, right? Dig this. You ever make stuffed pumpkin? You get a sweet pumpkin. You use hamburger and pork, but I'd be interested to use this product right here. Wild rice. You get Michigan wild rice and mushroom and a little shallot, and you put it in the pumpkin, then cook it. And I think that would be really, really good because that's what French use nutmeg when they make stuffed pumpkin. And pretty good. I had it growing up when I was a kid. We didn't get no pumpkin this year, though. No stuffed pumpkin for Ralph this year. He's been a bad boy. And that other shit there that was in potato chips, Olester or some shit. That was supposedly screw your gut up. They're pretty good though. I gotta find something with a little more color to it, like bok choy, because that whole cabbage was white. It's just GMO cabbage. Add some red. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean add some red? Red cabbage. Yeah, ain't a bad idea. And at least one pack of red cabbage. Good folks all the time. I think anyway. Try to be. I did 3 packs, 2 different varieties of cabbage. Put them in the ground 3 times. Nothing. Did the red and then did about half of it and went and did another package about a month later. Nothing. No cabbage for you. Brussels sprouts, they came up. I think when I put them in the ground, they were about 4 inches. And they didn't move. They weren't 18 inches tall. And Brussels sprout, I like them too. Fried, though. They got to be fried. I don't like them boiled, man. They're nasty. It's like cooked spinach. I mean, cook celery. I hate cooked celery. And when the Chinese do it, they do it well. They lightly cook it, and I can eat it the way the Chinese cook. But you put that shit in a soup, man, I'll be burping all day. Just home from trucking. Trucking. All right, Brussels sprouts are, yeah, they're cold crop. Well, they shit the bed, and then the deer came and ate them. So, yeah, I like cabbage soup. Beans, potato, and chorizo. If you ever can find chorizo and Portuguese sausage, oh, is that good? We do boiled dinner, and you can keep the meat. I just want the cabbage. Well, the broccoli sprouts, man. I know you keep telling me that, and I should. Now I really should grow the broccoli sprouts in a mason jar. Always try to have some ready to go in case. Don't have dark green salad every night when I can. All the good stuff in them, right? Relax, and I need to make some cabbage soup. Um, yeah, where's the broccoli sprouts? I mean, what do? You can't buy a package of seed. My broccoli never produced seed. My turnips did. And where you getting your seed from? But I could incorporate them in that stir fry. That'd be pretty good too. Getting a little more vitamins. Just I like what I do with the cabbage, but the just cabbage ain't got no. It's just tasteless. You know what I mean? Rolls, fry that good stuff. I'm trying to stay away from frying. Like when I make this stuff, it only using about a tablespoon of oil and about a tablespoon of sesame oil. I try not to use a lot of oil, but I like fried cabbage roll too. Depends what you stuff it with. So high in sulforaphane, high in glutathione, core building block of immunity. 1 pound seed, $20. And what are you putting into that jar? Will grow almost 40 quarts. Really? No, no, no. You know what you're getting me for my Christmas present? LOL. Stir fry instead of roast. Yeah. I've been doing this for a while. You put a little peanut butter in it. And it's pretty economical. They're probably not getting quite as much protein. Like I could use a whole bag, but I don't want to use a whole bag. I just do about a half a bag on a head of cabbage and cut them up into little small pieces. We got that bok choy though. I tried 8 years in that garden to get bok choy to grow. And I get it to grow, but then it bolts. I try to grow it in the fall in late September, put it in the ground. It comes up. Then the frost kills it. Exactly. And when uh, Napa cabbage, I don't know what I got. Walmart cabbage. Well, it's peanut sauce. You use about a teaspoon of peanut sauce, not actual peanut butter. Which, just watch your salt content, though. American Chinese, yeah, but that ain't. I don't think that's fattening at all. 2 tablespoons of oil. You get a teaspoon of peanut sauce. You get a couple tablespoons of soy, low sodium, and then I mix up about a level teaspoon of cornstarch and some water. Whip it up and throw it in there and cook it. Now, but around here we have advanced Autobots. Bubba's on the roll. Yeah. No, I watch what I've been eating. You know what I mean? Smoking, I slowed down smoking, so I'm good. I'm good with what I'm smoking. But I mean, call me conspiracy. I was coughing the other day when I smoked, and but it wasn't lingering. And I spent a day out there a little bit, and the chemtrail stink is there. You know, call me conspiracy. It stunk all fucking day out there. I went and lit up, and man, I was hacking. Now my lungs are all clear. It's unbelievable. I don't think there's anything anybody can say about it. Matter of fact, I'm shocked he isn't wheezing, to tell you the truth. We are right at 32 degrees, right at it, and it ain't moving. What? Hold on a second. Conspiracy, a con or a piracy? Well, that was a talk last night. You know, this guy's taught the Arabs did it, and I'm like, yeah, but what you don't understand. He kept trying to say, well, explain to me what a conspiracy is. I says a conspiracy to me is without proof. That's what I call a conspiracy. The dictionary might say something else, but if I tell you, you know. Oh, Gumby just got up and walked out on Pokey. With Pokey, you know. And so the question was that I had is how did he attain free fall speed in a building that's taken down by fire? And it was a simple question. How do you attain free fall speed without explosives and taking a building down? And like these guys just kept saying, oh, come on, oh, come on, oh, come on. And it was really weird, very strange. But you know, if I tell you something that I think Joe Biden is going to shoot the power grid out, blame it on AR-15 or AK-47. When the power out, send out his troops to try to get guns. That's a conspiracy. I'll tell you, I got a feeling, or I don't know for sure. You know what I mean? You call it whatever you want. You call that a conspiracy. I mean, the fact of the matter is, what's going on in D.C. for the last 40, 50 years is pretty piss me off. Don't piss off the drunk card holder. Oh, man, can you imagine? You think he's holding a card? I don't think he's holding nothing. If that's what you mean. You know what I mean? I just, do your own thing. If you believe in it, go get his card. But I don't think anyone's going to solve this. There's too much greed. You got to solve it at a state level now. And the state's got to take care of their own people and protect them. And I wouldn't be surprised this one here. This was pretty bad, man. And it's pretty bad because the way law is supposed to be written, the people have a say in. And you ain't got a say. You got an agency saying law. And that just ain't right. That right. And it should be null and void. And people need to speak up, Obama tried this shit back in the day, right? Obama tried this shit back in the day. And all but one sheriff in the state of Colorado, one sheriff out of Denver, didn't go with him. But all them state sheriffs told him, don't come here with that shit. You're going to be in a heap of trouble. And so, I mean, that's a good start. I mean, does that make them lawless? I don't think it does. I think what you're doing is unconstitutionalist legislation. And it ain't legislation, is it? You didn't watch us. You should sub to them. You listen to them. You don't need to see a whole lot. We're going to call this guy, by the way. We called him the other day, didn't we? Backwards. What was his name? Reese? We called his office. Yeah, and I told him he did a good job. This is absolutely mind-blowing to me.
Finished voting on the annual bill which funds our country's military. And now it's headed to the president's desk. Fortunately, Congress was too scared to push for military gun confiscation orders in this year's NDAA after all of you spent the last 2 years letting them know you didn't want it. But unfortunately, we weren't able to stop
the one they did yesterday was incredible. FBI.
From this year's final version. But at least we have a list of all the members who voted for
I'm from around here, boy.
You guys accountable. A voting record isn't always the best metric for deciding who's a good.
No, and we learned that when they did the
a lot of times
crime bill. Holy shit! Nobody could believe it. Not even the NRA. They were like, "What the fuck is wrong here?"
But there are some rare votes which actually reveal the priorities and willingness to compromise among these members. And sadly, there were a lot of really good members who actually voted for this bill. And while we're going to keep working with these members behind the scenes to remind them of why that vote was wrong, it is unfortunate they chose to vote in favor of this bill while compromising with the gun rights of our military service members. The fact is, it is hard to vote against the National Defense Authorization Act for a lot of members. Some of them think it's a must-pass bill, which it's not. If your member voted against this bill, make sure to get in touch with them and thank them for standing firm on gun rights. But if your member voted for this bill but is otherwise a pretty good member of Congress, don't blacklist them. We don't want you to abandon them. Instead, use this as an opportunity to message or meet with your member and encourage them to do better next time. They want your vote for re-election, and let them know that you're upset with their vote. And if you have a chance to meet with them, talk about adding pro-gun stuff in the NDAA or any other bill. Congress should be making it easier to allow the Second Amendment to be realized and exercised, not more difficult. We want members of Congress at the federal level to push for great legislation like constitutional carry on military bases or concealed carry reciprocity. If you want to see how your member voted, check the link below and take a look for yourself. But here's a short list of the pro-gun representatives that voted against this gun control. And on that note, I have some news to share about the future of this channel. I recently took a new job, which is going to put me a little bit more behind the scenes here in Washington.
Anyways,
Unfortunately, one of the things I have
Donald
to give
Trump
up
is
is
more
the Minuteman
popular
moment.
than
But don't worry, GOA is still going to be
George
releasing
Washington
weekly videos on everything
and
you care
Abraham
about
Lincoln
here
in my
Washington
book.
and throughout the country, just with a different host. If you ask me, I think this channel is ready to explode, and a lot of that has to do with you guys. And I think the best is yet to come. Okay, for the last time, this is Phil with the Minuteman Moment.
Go watch the one yesterday, man. That made my head spin. I was like, are you kidding me? Well, anyways, yeah, I don't know why it's so hard to just get a sub to them. Yeah, it's really shameful, actually. 119,000. That's all they got. And they work so much harder than them motherfucking pricks. Them pricks. This one here, let me go get it. I'll just put the link in chat. We won't watch it. So they got this unconstitutional program, and Congress is going to legalize it now, just like George Bush said we can go to war without Congress.
Take their own life.
And this is so fucking outrageous. And anybody that thinks this is a Democrat and Republican thing, you got a real fucking problem in your brain. You got a real fucking problem in your brain. So who was the other guy? We called his office. And, I mean, it's like, where the fuck do you get off on having an ABC agency that fat fucking Jew nigger was going to get rid of? And now we're stuck with him. Don't come in here and telling us that false shit, asshole. Massey. Now, I don't know nothing about Massey, but everything the guy says in this video is pretty straightforward on the way our country should be ran, and not ran the way they want to do it, and been wanting to do it for a long time. That Joe Biden will want to fuck this country up for a long, long time. I watched him 45 years ago on C-SPAN, and him and his fucking butt pals were no fucking good then, and they ain't no good now. Fire in the hole. Anyways, I don't want to get angry. There ain't no reason to get angry. Don't tell me you're going to do something if you're not going to do it. Plain and simple. That's where I come from. Carol had a good showing tonight. Her channel's climbing a little bit. Carol should have went out and tried to pick up on Mike Decker. What are you gals thinking here? Well, we got one gal. Maybe I can find it. Hold on. Let me go see if I can find that. That one. Let's go see if it was such a short video. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. But it was cool. They got a camera at the end of the table. Nancy Pelosi's people come in, and they set down like 45, 50 bills. Big old decadent table. Oh, she's saying, looks like she's calling the snowstorm ran by Nexrad. I'm just skimming through her stuff. But that was unbelievable. Like, what? Here it is. No, that ain't the one. That one was the one that was pretty funny. No. She should have just posted that one video. It was pretty cool. Oh, well. Oh, anyway. MJ in the house. What's your weather doing? I got snow. I got about a quarter of an inch of snow. Oh, that was pretty good. Look at this. I don't even want to get into it. Anyways, the picture down the bottom, they're debating whether they should give themselves a raise. And they're all present. Oh, boy. I can't find that one. Yeah. MJ's in the house. What's going on? I got snow. House is going to be warm by 2 o'clock. No, I can't find it. It was such a short clip. Pretty cool, huh? What do you think of that? I'm asking Congress to authorize to lend $21 billion to International Monetary Fund to provide access to the necessary financing for low and middle income countries, which is so difficult to come by. I'm going to say we'll call Joe next week, see if we can get a MJ a $21 billion loan. What do you think? We love giving that money out. Yeah. Fuck you, Americans. You don't need shit. Just keep paying your taxes, shut your mouth, and go to work. Keep contributing. I can't find it. Yeah, hey, Joe, we got some poor people out there in Colorado that might use a $21 billion loan. Well, ever since I was a kid, grown-ups always, out of everything in life, that we learn, uh, so many years of people talking about how we need to take care of America and quit giving money away. And this guy giving the fucking Nazi party bastards. I don't give a fuck about them people. I don't give a fuck about the rest of your bullshit. Vietnam and all the other bullshit. Just bullshit artists. She got this one in here that was really disgusting. Oh, here it is. I got it. Hold on. 911. What's your emergency? Oh my goodness. So let's watch. And look at the seal, man. Did you guys know Nancy's got her own seal? This is incredible. Look at this. This Nancy Pelosi official seal. Watch this. She's fucking signing bills. Sign away, sign away, sign away. Fuck them people. From the worth of Scoyums. I'm glad I found that because I forgot about the seal. What if I counterfeit that? There you go. And look, the woman's going and collecting them and they're putting more down. I like that video a lot. That shows you how much thought and care goes into making law against us. And it is against us. You know, they don't make laws. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I just all my life. That's what I remember. All my life is grown-ups always complaining about giving money away to foreign nations. And I'm not talking about family, just elderlies and, you know, older people, school teacher. What do you think? I should try to counterfeit that Nancy Pelosi symbol? Why don't we steal a symbol and we'll put Radical Ralph? Hey, what about that woman calling me ma'am the other day? I like that. I got to look at that closely. Maybe I can copy it. Wow, man. Sir. Well, I don't think, you know, Democrats, you know, I'm going to tell you something. 40 years ago, there were good Democrats out there. And I am not a liberal or any of these other fucking labels some of you morons like putting on people. All right? There were good, respectable Democrats out there. I might get a strike. That's what I was thinking. I'm going to get my channel taken down because I got caught counterfeiting Nancy Pelosi's symbol. Wonder what the symbol says. Somebody should go look at that symbol closely. Maybe there's demonic shit in it. Wonder if Dabu would do that. But, you know, they were very respectable Democrats that cared about working people. Don't tell me this has been going on forever. Your madhouse you got going on in there now is a bunch of fucking communists. That ain't no damn Democratic Party. And we're a republic. Just remember that. And both sides got us here. You had two assholes from the party in the last few years. Trump and fucking Bush. I think if you know you're putting your John Hancock on a bill, you should know everything in that bill. So you go write a bill, and the bill weighs 40 pounds. And hey, Ralph, here you go, man. Oh, I'll look through it. Hey, while we're here, let me stuff this page number 7,084 with money from my state. We're going to get all free line painting in the state of Maine for a year. The federal government's going to pay for it. We're going to make everything safety and stuff it in a bill, and nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Single digit on Xmas here. No snow predicted. You got that stove working? Just like that stove. You're an American. You ain't got no help. You get somebody to come over there and put a fucking wood stove in and drop you some wood. Fuck the goddamn people of Vietnam and look at what we're doing. That's a never-ending deal. Korea. Our friends went and served there. I talk to them at the bar all the time. They say, you wouldn't believe how much fucking money we spend there. So, you know, you gotta decide what you want to do. You want these war pig industry out there making all the money, or you gonna stop building shit here in America? You stop building light bulbs. You're getting $20 for a fucking light bulb. And a headlight light bulb, all machine made. There is nobody worked on this thing. It's all machine made, all machine welded, all robotic. The whole fucking thing. No human being does anything to this but put it in a box, if that. And you're getting $22 for a fucking light bulb? Something going crazy here, Jack. It was funny. I heard the governor up here said Popo can't pull you over for lights out anymore. Why is that, Governor? Because the average person that day making that much to earn a fucking light bulb an hour? So they got to work 2 fucking hours to buy a light bulb if their light bulb goes out in America. That's rude, man. That's rude. But you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. It's all welded. It's all spot welded, all by robots. Bing, 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 bing. Nobody sits here and solders this or anything. It's a lot of fucking money for a $7 light bulb. So I'm wondering why she did that. I couldn't figure that one out. And maybe she's just showing a kind heart to people that can't buy a fucking light bulb in their car. Drive responsible, you won't have no trouble. Coldest end of December in many years. Predicting 8 degrees here. Christmas as well. Wow. Yeah, Dawn says she's going to be in single digits. We'll go check mine. 32 on the button. I mean, ain't 32.1, 32.7, 32. Period. End of conversation. That's some steady temperature right there. You got that garage though. Weren't you gonna put that in, or was it Dawn? I think Dawn said she's the one who's gonna put it in. Wood stove, but has to wait till next year. It's sad in America. Were they gonna take care of everyone? You're fucking right. You've been skimming money off us for a long time. Snowball weather? Yeah, they're gonna be heavy snow here. They're gonna be heavy snow. This stuff's heavy. Well, anyways, they got another $2 trillion. Hey, I just farted. Where's Dawn? Dawn, I just farted. And it was a fart. I mean, no particles, straining needed. It's gonna be quite interesting. But I got a feeling it's gonna be like a year like we had that year. Bud and I gonna make do. What, you big handsome? You can't hear me, can you? You know what I'm saying, though, right? You big old handsome. I'm gonna go look at my fine snow. WALK, maybe if it don't rain. What, you big handsome? You big blinky eyes. You're doing all right. Hang in there. We're coming up on probably 3/8 of an inch. I guess it's going to snow till tomorrow and then turn to rain. But if it don't, it stays cool, a little cooler. WALK, maybe. We ain't done that in a while. Yeah, definitely. It helps. It helps. And, there have been nights in here where I turn the stove down to go to bed, right? And it starts snowing. Then, like 2 o'clock, I keep throwing my blankets off and it's warm in here. It's incredible. But we got that plastic up there, so everything will be sliding off. I ain't going up on that roof no more. Nope, ain't happening. Well, I might. We never know what Mr. Russo wants to do. But overall, we'll probably not go up there. We'll go see Mr. Stove, see what she running. She ain't running too good tonight. But she ain't stinking, so that's good. We ain't too worried about it. We got 300. And I like to get up around 350. She's coming up slow. The barometer is still pretty high. Well, I remember Verdi, Verdi and I used to laugh our asses off. I'd be talking to her on the phone, and I'd be near the barometer. And the barometer is wicked high, and it's pouring cat and dogs, lightning and thunder. And everything we learn about the barometer, I guess, ain't true. Yeah, Oklahoma, man, I tell you, that place was, we went and bivouac. When we bivouac, we was in the winter. Wasn't too bad. It got really bad, like in January. The wind, man. Man, that never let up. So anyways, we'll put the link to this in chat. This is Carol's other channel. She's worried that she's going to get this channel taken down. I listened to her for a little bit. And we are way back in time. Firing the whole time from backwards. MJ just came in. No wonder why we can't keep no one in here, huh? All righty. There's Carol's link. Sounds a lot better than she did. I think she's doing pretty good. Warm because of snow. Oh, MJ's, that's a good question. Did you see the picture he sent me the other day? Of the basin, the sink basin he put together? Man, that guy does some good work, man. All right. Hold on. Nobody, anybody send a message over to Dawn? Can anybody send a text to Dawn? Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we like to mention Alice. Go find it. My mail gets so screwed up. Once I look at something, if I come out of it, it's gone. I got Tingle pictures. Here we are. This is he here? Where are you, MJ? I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like a dresser with a top. That vanity. And one thing pretty cool about this is a backsplash is corrugated tin, which, man, there's so much corrugated tin out west. It ain't funny. Well, it is funny. Oh, even in the desert, corrugated tin everywhere. That pretty? Yeah, I think it's a working wash basin with a bowl in it. Pretty sharp. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Where is he? Is he shy? Is he even in here or is he just shy? I think he's shy, girls. Yeah, I thought that was very neat. Uh-huh. We have another event, 201, coming. You want to talk about that? Oklahoma Cougar. What was this? Yeah, that one I don't think I can. That one I don't think I can share with you. This one was cool. Did you see this one? There you are. We know what you're doing. You're shy, man. Well, Dawn already said it. You're a real good artist. I got this the other day. I thought this was really neat. I mean, it's like talking to the kindergarten. Remember painting these clouds as a kid? Yeah, me neither. Well, what kind of clouds? Those aren't clouds. Those are chemtrails. I like that. I'd have posters made up. But we get a copyright for using his face at night. It's a happy, joyous day this evening. Everybody's jumping with glee. No, that ain't what I wanted to do. No. I mean, we didn't do that. We just puffy, puffy clouds. Happy, happy, puffy clouds. I mean, what the hey is going on in the skies today? Boy, a friend there, Stephanie, man. All I got to say is I hope she hangs in there because she's getting really, really disappointed in her beautiful California sky in the desert. And then that dude has the clapper. What are you talking about, boy? That's a painting, man. Happy, happy cloud guy. That black crap Mike Decker. Yeah, you know, look, I'm not trying to belittle nothing, but I do know is that shit wasn't black. And I know you're gonna try maybe to not understand. As far as I see in my world, the way the light was set up was there wasn't enough sunlight to highlight the chemtrail, and it looked black or gray, but technically it isn't. Like if you float up there, it wouldn't be that color. It's because you're looking at it through the other shit up in the sky. Do I think they're putting shit in the sky? Definitely. I can go play that. I'll play it. You know, that's the only thing I got to say. And Mike lives up high in the mountains, and I just done a lot of observing in my time. And like I said, he panned out, and the cloud looked different because his camera's picking up more light. I think that's why it happened. I'm just telling you. I've seen that before. And you'd swear to God they're dumping black soot. I'm telling you, but it isn't. And I'm not belittling any of Mike's disappointment in what the hell they're doing, because they are doing shit. They shouldn't stay around like that, period. See a good job. See if you can hold a good group. Yeah.
Look at this nasty, nasty bullshit. Oh, I'm a mad
What?
son of a bitch today. Look at this shit. Does this look like a Wyoming sky to you people?
Now that there, and what's going on there, in my own opinion, right? It's my own opinion, is the sunlight's being blocked by this chemtrail right here. And the light ain't getting to this chemtrail right here. And that's what making it look so black and gray and ugly. I'm trying to keep up with two things here. Skip through all that stuff. I stole all my project and that video. I don't know what you're talking about. You still am lighting my project in that video. What video? Yeah, all right. So do you understand that you can see the sun, the little bit of sun, the filtered sun hitting this side, and it's making the other side look black? That's all I'm saying about this. No, actually, the one on the left is red. Now, this is a real good shot right here. Look at this. Turn it on, turn it off. Boom, boom, boom. What's going on there? Running out of fuel? Send an SOS. Morse code. Poop, poop, poop. We can do anything. We throw our poop out there. Nobody cares. But this is Wyoming, man, and it's really unbelievable. Now, I'm going to show you something on that one. We'll go back just a second. Just let me show you this. See the sunlight? This is a sunlight. There ain't much sunlight. It's filtered sunlight. And that's robbing this of the sun. That's my theory, what's going on there.
That's not a shadow. Those are chemicals.
This is interesting. This is interesting because they're not firing through moisture. That was interesting. I noticed that. Watch this. Watch the cloud on the top of this plane. Right there. Right there. In between there. Right there. There's a cloud. Which if they were spraying something, it wouldn't make too much sense hitting the tail. Same thing there. Like, this is all shadow right there. But it still shouldn't be up there, should it? I don't care what fucking color it is. An aircraft can't keep doing this shit. Now, a lot of aircraft in the back, you know, did you know they got a little motor in there? It's a little turbine generator. This is cool. What? Joe, put some gum out in the spray thing. We're getting clogs.
Clearly see it's a crop duster.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of people looking up. Now, that's interesting. But again, you got the filtered sunshine on the top, and you're looking at it from the bottom. That's my theory. But are they spraying coal dust? Sure they are. They admitted it. As a state, you should be alarmed to no end. Alarmed to no end. You know, governors in this country should be fucking pissed off and say, another goddamn minute, we're going to put some RPGs up there. Yep. I understand exactly what you're saying. But I'd be willing to bet you float up there, you'd see from the top, it'd look white. I'll tell you the truth. Too much high mountain altitude I've been at and see shit like that. And when you get up a little higher, you know, you're up at 9,000 feet. That's a third of the way, a fourth of the way up than from where you are. You'll get a different perspective. I don't think. Yeah, but they don't remember the old days. Well, it started in the 90s. It got really bad in the 90s. And some people, I mean, every breath you take about this shit, you're going to be fighting tooth and nail. Somebody says, 1996, Ralphie's starting to get really angry at what the fuck's going on in our beautiful sky. And they'll come out and say, well, that's because air travel increased. Right. I mean, there is no argument whatsoever. I'm not trying to argue with him. I'm just saying in my world, if I had a chance to talk to him in private and we were both standing there, I think he might understand what I'm talking about. Oh, a chaparral. Chaparral. You just won chaparral. Well, in Rhode Island, see, that's a difference. In Rhode Island, 96 got really bad. Really, really bad. I mean, arrogant bad. Hey, hold on a second. But I mean, Stephanie out there, man, that's a responsible woman. You don't have to pay attention to me, but what the fuck? Why does that woman got to look up at that shit every day? I was born in 93, but my dad educated me, showed me videos, just a beautiful blue sky. Of course. What's 1 Adam 12? You think I like watching that shit? I watch that shit to look at the sky. Yeah, con man trails. And so this Mike Decker's in Wyoming. I don't think Bubba's still in here. Dupree University. See, that'd be really cool if Mike Decker took this video and went to Dupree University like Mike Morales used to do and show us the trail being laid, because you can get that, and then watch the trail go across the country and build and build and fat and fat and fat, and there ain't nothing disappearing. The other day I was watching Wagon Train, and there must have been some bombers. And then Wagon Train was 1954. It must have been some bombers, and there was a trail up there, believe it or not, in Wagon Train. Let's get real. What do you want to watch? Wagon Train? I'm going to get copyright. There was one in there that I was really quite disturbed. Now, I don't know much about it, right? But the Nez Perce, Minnie Pooh is their real name, I believe. And I took care of Nez Perce Pass in Idaho. And I learned a little bit about the Nez Perce, and fucking wagon train was saying Chief Joseph's on a rampage. He gonna kill everybody. I never know that man. He retreated. He had a history of retreating and getting away from the shit. And if they caught up with him, then he'd shoot your ass. And they chased him all the way up to Montana, Canada. I mean, I talked with a few people out there and learned a little bit about them. And I was watching a wagon train once, and they were talking about the Nez Perce. And Chief Joseph. I mean, we can do a little bit of this. But I don't think I think one thing about wagon train, I think one thing, there wasn't a whole lot of realism in there, if you think about it.
30 minutes ago.
I mean, like, you just crossed the state of Nebraska in a wagon with all that dust, and you come out as a woman with all this prime looking dress on.
Between 1840 and 1860, roughly 400,000 people traveled the 2,000-mile path of the Oregon Trail, encountering sickness, death, exhaustion, and other hardships. The road was long and arduous, but for these determined pioneers, life continued on and even settled into a routine. Here's what life was really like on the Oregon Trail.
Let's talk about the shit, the amount of shit on the side of the road, the dead people and the shit. That pissed off the Indians to no end.
While others relied on ones specially made for the
I like smoking bananas. All right.
They did not. Those famous wagons were used for freight on other trails. They were much too heavy for crossing the prairies. The wagons that pioneers used were often simple farm wagons.
Well, go back and look.
Wagons that freight on
I mean, you got into some really, really big Indian country, And right here, this part of Nebraska is on my bucket list. If I ever get back out there, I want to look into this north of Route 80 here. And Route 80 is the westward bound trail. Route 80 is the westward bound trail. And when you get to Rock Springs, I think when you get into Rock Springs, right? This actually cuts down into what's the name? Flaming Gorge and shit. But that's a part I'd like to see in my country. Fuck going to Italy. I got a lot of shit I want to see in this country, and that's one of them, the northwest corner of Nebraska. You ever get into Wyoming, though, get yourself a road map. The road maps back then were unbelievable. And they had all the murder sites on them, both the whites and the Catholic Church and Indian people. Just a remarkable bunch of murder went on in this state. And we were down about in here in the Nez Perce territory, what they once had anyway. And then up here to Spokane, just I think north of Spokane. That was a long trail, man. That was a real long trail. And they ain't showing on this map, but Hastings over here in Nebraska followed, I think it was the Green River. I don't know what river this is, Missouri. Anyways, followed it down and took it across south of Salt Lake. And that's where their biggest fuck up was, trying to cross this Salt Lake desert. And it's over 120 miles of bad water, nothing but salt back then. Salt was probably close to 2 or 3 feet deep, rock hot, rock solid. And we followed them over into Nevada, from Silver Island Mountain over to Nevada. Rubies, we found them where they crossed over the Ruby Mountains. Really interesting country, I'll tell you that much.
While others relied on ones specially made for the Oregon Trail. The common misconception is that overlanders used
Smoke a
Conestoga
banana
wagons.
peel.
They did not.
Smoke a banana
Those famous
peel and do
wagons
what?
were used for freight on other trails. They were much too heavy for crossing the prairies. The wagons that pioneers used were often simple farm wagons fitted with covers made of canvas. They weighed up to 1,400 pounds and hauled nearly a ton
Ain't
and
that
a half.
something?
Because of this
1,400
strain,
pounds. I didn't
trail
know that.
wagons were usually mostly made of hardwoods such as oak, hickory, and maple. The wagon bed, at only 4 feet by 10 feet, was crammed with supplies. If the wagon broke down on the trail, it could be an arduous, if not impossible, process to fix it. The tires, axles, and the connections in the undercarriage took the most abuse. These parts were reinforced by iron. The whole ensemble was covered up with white canvas held by hoops, which led some to call the pioneer wagons prairie schooners. Prairie schooners made for an uncomfortable ride.
That was
There
at
were no
MJ.
springs or suspension systems to cushion the jolts of 2,000 miles of rocky wilderness. Most overlanders, therefore, walked. Not just because of the lack of comfort, but because the wagon was full of stuff. Because the Oregon Trail was so long and
The
so full of
Mormons
unknown
pushed the
hazards,
push cart
pioneers organized
from
themselves
Illinois
into
all the way
marching
to Salt
caravans
Lake.
called wagon trains.
Fucking
This
people had to
created a
been
mobile
crazy in
community
their
that had
brain.
virtue of protection in numbers.
We turned into girly men, didn't we? What are you doing?
It's like the ocean out here.
What are you doing,
The
MJ?
pioneers were also well structured. Wagon trains operated through written agreements that dictated rules of who does what and designated officers to the caravan. Such contracts were used until about 1850, when they were replaced by more informal agreements. All these wagons had a direct impact on the environment. To this day, ruts from Oregon Trail wagon trains are still visible.
You can't believe
The
what
trail
it
was
does in the
modified over
desert.
time as pioneers.
I was lucky to find them, actually. I found where they came off the salt. It took me and my dog almost 2 solid days, 8-hour day out there looking. And we finally found them. And then I called someone up that I knew in Salt Lake, and they told me that's the marker. It's not a formal marker. It's just where they had come off the trail. It's really cool. My dog had a great picture of her laying in between the wagon ruts. She just walked right up. I was going to try to take a picture, and she walked right up, got in between the wagon ruts that the Donner Party had left behind. She was a cool dog. Let me get to you, though. Hold on. Can you wait on for a half an hour? There you go. All right, let's go see. We got something exciting. But you got your grandma on board, you got your grandpop on board. Wow. That really cool. Hold on a second. No audio? I'm not getting no audio. Oh, that's a disco room? Wow, nice. No answer back from Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. I hope everything's all right. Very cool. Very cool. Well, it's even cooler. was watching your ceiling there with the old school, the school lights before they had them awful tube lights. What do you call them? Fluorescent. Yeah, your airplane with the contrail on the back of it. Ain't that cool? Look at that. Lined it right up. That is cool. You did a good job. I like that first one though. The one with this one here. They're pretty cool. Look at the light. No wonder why kids could learn in school. They had them for lights. They didn't have the fucking fluorescent. Fluorescent lights was a problem for a lot of kids. I heard it was like 12%. That is really slick. Thank you. Hold on a second. I went to your original channel and love your music playlist. That is cool. And MJ got a playlist? I didn't see his playlist. Oh, he says no playlist. And I was told that desert, the desert, your playlist. Yeah, we should go fire that up. See if I can get a reaction off of Buddy. I played his favorite tune the other day, and it was quite sad he didn't react to it. It's very delicate, you know. Like a lot of people think the desert's just a harsh ass place and all that shit. No, it's very delicate. And they ain't talking about the dead bodies they had to bury. They ain't talking about the amount of shit and piss all along this trail. 400,000 people on one trail are shitting and pissing all the way. And really piss the Indian off.
Years discovered shortcuts. Overlanders even carved graffiti into stone, with one prominent example being Independence Rock in Casper, Wyoming.
You go to this thing, you know, you can go there even today. Casper Rock. This is pretty interesting.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use.
If I shop on Amazon, I should do what?
Automatically compares Amazon to
channel.
Other sellers to see if there's a better price.
That's the other channel.
It includes tax and shipping in that price. So
yeah, I played the other day when we had our friend here, and
plus it's totally free. So
he wasn't even reacting a little bit.
And try it now.
You want to go get a copyright? I'll play it. Fuck Amazon.
So the fun thing with the serpent is, how does the serpent talk? Well, and not only that, but why is the serpent's punishment to crawl on its belly when that's what it does? If you don't know how to read biblical poetry,
I have no interest, to be quite honest with you. You're bad-mouthing a serpent.
Oregon Trail pioneers needed a considerable amount of equipment in order to survive the months-long journey. Not only did they need basic tools to repair broken wagons, but also rifles.
I guess that was another mistake. So, according to your bullshit, let me get this right. According to your bullshit, reefer and serpents weren't supposed to, that was a mistake God did? Is that what we're saying?
Usually only had up to 3 sets of clothes made of wool or linen, and that had to last through the entire journey.
Imagine the chicks having to wear that shit.
Examples of Oregon Trail dress.
Fucking long dress like that. Holy B. Oh, we'll get a copyright. I don't give a shit.
Also discarded were those items that were found to be impractically too heavy for the trail. As the animals hauling the wagons grew increasingly tired, the pioneers were forced to get rid of all things not essential. The trail was strewn with furniture, trunks, beds,
This almost looks like
belongings. What was most essential was to have a large stockpile of food. When you walk for 2,000 miles, you are going to burn lots of calories. A hiker without a pack walking 4 miles per hour on level ground path burns about 106 calories per mile.
Wow.
In the best of circumstances, it may be assumed that an Oregon Trail pioneer walking 15 miles a day was expending about 1,600 calories a day at minimum. This is a very low estimate since a pioneer would be dealing with rugged terrain. To fuel their bodies, the settlers needed lots
yeah, but that ain't easy to walk on. I'll tell you right now. That shit ain't easy to walk on. And wait till you get into sage country.
It's estimated that a family of 4 required 400 pounds of bacon, 600 pounds of flour, 100 pounds of sugar, and 200 pounds of lard. They also often brought dried peaches and apples, as well as sacks of rice. To wash it all down, they carried 60 pounds of coffee and 4 pounds of tea. In addition, they also frequently carried cornmeal, butter, vinegar, salt, and baking soda from the larder. And of course, there was whiskey or brandy for medicinal purposes. On the journey,
so if you watch Wagon Train, when they're in Missouri and they're getting the train all hooked up, they had a list of what people needed, and that guy just told you what they needed.
Often required more food,
I don't know how you keep pork from spoiling in 100-degree temperature for the 4 months.
Like cows for dairy products. One of the most important choices an Oregon Trail pioneer had to make was what animals to bring, and potentially the most critical was selecting which draft animals to haul the wagon. This choice boiled down to either mules or oxen. Oxen were sometimes preferred since they were able to live off of the wild pasture.
Never seen much oxen on Wagon Train.
Americans were uninterested in them, so there was no threat of theft. The same was true for mules. However, while mules had the virtue of speed, they were harder to handle than oxen. Oxen were also cheaper than mules. Overlanders often waited until they reached a departure point to purchase their supplies and draft animals so that they were in the freshest condition. It was also cheaper to buy the animals and say.
And even weirder was the ones that went out west in push carts. I mean, you can't haul that kind of weight. Oh, that's John Candy's last movie right there. I think he died shortly.
The pioneers would see dead animals on the trail every day. Sometimes the bodies could be eaten, or sometimes the meat was sold. When animals did perish, the immigrants often were forced to buy replacements for stiff prices at the far-flung trading posts and ports along the trail. One of the great myths of the Oregon Trail that is finally being thoroughly debunked is that Native American tribes were a menace to the pioneers. The truth is that the relationship between the immigrants and Native Americans were more complex. The pioneers were passing through the lands of a number of tribes with complex societies, including the Sioux, Cheyenne, Comanche, and Arapaho. The pioneers were generally filled with paranoia about Native American attacks, and it's that paranoia that is carried down in popular
white scaredy boys, white Christian scaredy boys. Come on, they're coming to kill us.
The Native Americans generally viewed the travelers as potential trading partners. They would supply the settlers food in exchange for tools, firearms, and small trade goods like mirrors and metal tools. Overlanders hired Native Americans to herd their livestock, assist in crossing rivers, and help guide them along the trail. Rinker Buck, author of The Oregon Trail, A New American Journey, in an interview with National Geographic, stated, "They bartered with immigrants for trinkets, supplies, and horses. They were very helpful at first. In fact, The ingenuity of the Indians in
Nobody's
crossing the
here?
rivers was a
Anybody
crucial
left?
aspect of the Oregon Trail.
I want to put you
had
to sleep.
ford numerous rivers, and the Shoshones, Pawnees, and Sioux were extremely adept at helping the pioneers make these fords. As time went
We're going to shut down here in a little bit. 32 degrees on the bottom. 32.0. Period. End of conversation all day and all night. I think that's pretty incredible. Something I think is incredible.
Before you start your holiday shopping, don't spend the
No, I wasn't going to do much holiday shopping, sir.
Watch this. I can
Oh,
show you how to
ma'am.
get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major
went by, the relations between the pioneers and Native Americans grew worse. The immigrants never got over their paranoia and frequently shot at peaceful Native Americans. Rinker Buck noted to National Geographic, for about 20 years, it was very friendly as opposed to the impression that you get from Hollywood movies. But when the Indians realized the white man was there to slaughter the buffalo, their protein source, and we did, in hellacious numbers, they turned hostile and declared war. Most of the attacks on the Oregon Trail occurred near the Snake and Humboldt rivers or near the southern end of the Willamette Valley to the Applegate Trail. Still, casualties were lower than you may have thought.
What?
John Pilgrim calculated
Where'd you get
in his
two
book,
stones smoking that banana skin?
Between 1840 and 1860, 362 pioneers were killed by Native American attack, and 426 Native Americans were killed by pioneers. With most of the deaths occurring in the latter years, keep in mind that Native Americans were far more impacted by the diseases brought by settlers and their impact on the environment. Even though the threat of violence from Native Americans was exceedingly minimal, the Oregon Trail was still highly dangerous. The mortality rate of the pioneers may have been up to 10%. The causes of death were numerous. Pioneers brought firearms with them for hunting, sport, and accidents through inept handling frequently occurred.
Firearms.
Accidents
I
included
think
drownings
cholera was the
and being
biggest
run over
problem.
by wagon wheels or by the animals they brought. Harsh weather also played a factor, which included lightning strikes. Yet the biggest killer was disease. Pioneers suffered from measles, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and dysentery.
Wow, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. I didn't know that.
Which was the chief killer on the Oregon Trail. Cholera, which is caused by bacteria in tainted water, causes abdominal pain, diarrhea, vomiting, and death. A person may die within 12 hours of the onset of symptoms.
Yesterday morning, he was fine.
It is very quick, Carlo.
The worst outbreaks of cholera occurred between 1849 and 1852. Overlander Cecilia Adams wrote in her 1852 diary, past 7 new-made graves. One had 4 bodies in it. Cholera. A man died with the cholera ahead of us. Estimates vary, but disease alone may have claimed up to 30,000 pioneers. Children shared the dangers of the Oregon Trail with their parents. Some estimates say that as many as 40,000 of the pioneers were children. Children on the trail took part in the same chores and duties as adults. One family with 9 children only permitted the 3- and 5-year-olds to escape work. Such chores may be to help make food, assist driving the wagon, or minding any of the loose livestock the settlers brought. There was no formal schooling on the trail except for what the family could tutor them. Children brought with them vivaciousness, which enlivened the camp. At night they played games like leapfrog and London Bridge, as well as song and dance. One such account states that a boy named Robert got his hands on a pair of Spanish furs. He put these on and then attempted to ride one of the tempestuous mules. One of the party reported, quote, "He looked so ridiculous flying over the mule's head. We heard no more of Spanish furs." As that story illustrates, children often were seriously injured, with some dying in accidents on the Oregon Trail. Such cases included the wagon wheel rolling over a child, breaking limbs, or outright killing them. In 1849,
Well, that's
diary
so-
entry records a lady and 4 children were drowned through the carelessness of those in charge of the fair.
They didn't go down this far. That's not true. They did not go down that far. No, they didn't.
A lady and
No, they didn't. Not as I understand it. They were up at Floating Mountain, and that's where they came off. They're heading south. They're heading to Windover. That ain't right. Something ain't right there. Either my story's wrong or they're just bullshitting us
Were
for
drowned
TV.
through the carelessness of those in charge of the ferry. As the immigrants crossed North America, each wagon train fell into a routine. A typical day began at 4 a.m. to the sound of a bugle or rifle to wake up the caravan. At 5 a.m., the livestock that was let loose to graze overnight were rounded up, after which breakfast was served. By 7 a.m., the evening camp was packed and wagons hitched. At a sound of a trumpet and a call, "Wagons ho!" the caravan
Actually, I would have
proceeded,
liked to
men
seen
riding
that
ahead on
movie that
horses
had
to
that
scout
shot
the
in
area.
it,
At noon, the wagon
because
train halted for a rest and a meal.
about a
At
mile
1,
out,
the caravan was on the way again.
the way I understand it, is their oxen went absolutely
When camp was
insane.
made by circling the wagons as a corral,
I think
followed
they
by
lost
suppers,
like 8
evening
oxen,
tasks, and some leisure time.
and 2
Typically,
of the big
camp time ended
wagons
at
had been
2 p.m.,
left out
and a
there
guard
on the
was set
salt.
who was relieved at midnight. The process would then repeat itself at 4 a.m.,
And
with the exception of some wagon trains that
people
halted for
went there and they
periods
took the
or
shit
for the
over the
entire
years,
day on
but
Sunday
there's
religious
be
observances.
an
With a
outline.
journey so long and monotonous, Oregon Trail pioneers adopted routines and even a semblance of what settled life was like. There were a number of marriages and births on the trail. Most weddings occurred at the demarcation points in the east.
What do you guys say? You all tired and want to go to bed?
Couples married.
I do.
The newlywed couples were often
I'm
subjected
gonna go
to a
shut
choking
down.
custom supposed to prevent
It was
the
a fun
consummation
night.
of
I
the marriage,
enjoyed it. Hope
which
you
might
learned
entail
something.
banging pots and
Hope you
pans
had some
and dragging
enjoyment.
the newlyweds out into a drunken
And
mock parade. With a journey
we'll
so
catch you in the
long, though,
morning.
tempers sometimes
Be good.
frayed. According to
Do
Ranger
the best
Buck,
you
as
can.
pioneers moved further, fights would break out, especially during river crossings in which people's livestock would get mixed up. Buck said, "People would pull their guns out and start shooting each other."
You're
I feel
welcome.
that the Oregon Trail years and the stresses and the tensions of the